VEGA Calibration and Validation Services LLP based in Mumbai has been providing temperature mapping services to its clients in a variety of regulated industries throughout India. Dedicated to providing you with long-term value, our team of validation experts have the expertise to ensure you are audit ready and that your facility and equipment meet FDA validation requirements. We do this through our comprehensive knowledge of regulated industries. So let us understand what is temperature mapping. Why is temperature mapping of warehouse or cold storages necessary? Temperature mapping is a mandatory requirement whenever regulatory controlled product is being manufactured, and thermal processing or storage is involved, heating or cooling. The individual operational qualification, OQ, of the equipment in use, must call for heat distribution, temperature mapping, studies of the actual heating or cooling process area used, cabinet, room, or container. This study must verify that all product will be subject to the same thermal environmental conditions, no matter where the product is situated within the processing compartment. This verification is mandatory and applies to all environmental process and storage equipment such as freezers, refrigerators, cold rooms, cool rooms, warehouses, delivery vans or reefer vehicles, transport containers, stability chambers, freeze dryers and incubators. Heat distribution studies of large storages and warehouses requires sensors to be fitted strategically throughout the storage shelving, covering a percentage of the shelving area horizontally and vertically. So now, let us understand how does VEGA perform the mapping study for its clients. Mapping study is started with primarily inspection of the area where temperature mapping study is to be performed and deciding the number of loggers and positions of the loggers. Once this is finalized, our VEGA engineers start with the mounting of the wireless temperature data loggers as per defined positions. Once the loggers are mounted, we start with the operational qualification study. This continuous cycle test study is to be carried out for 24 hours or 3 days or 7 days depending upon the client protocol. Operational qualification study cycle is also known as empty cycle because the temperature mapping study is performed in empty storage area. After successful completion of OQ cycle, our VEGA engineers proceed with the performance qualification study, which is also known as load cycle test because the temperature mapping study is performed in loaded storage area. During PQ study, the position of wireless data loggers is kept same as in OQ. This continuous cycle test study is to be carried out again for 24 hours or 3 days or 7 days depending upon the client protocol. After the continuous cycle test is performed for operational qualification and performance qualification, recovery tests such as door open test and power failure test is performed. Also, on the basis of the OQ and PQ cycle test, hot spot and cold spots and mean kinetic temperature are identified based on the data extracted from each and every data logger, and these spots are pointed out diagrammatically in the storage area so clients can keep their critical products accordingly. Now let us understand what is door open test. The refrigerator or freezer or cold room door may be kept open while taking the medicines out or keeping it inside. Once the door is opened, the atmospheric hot air may start flowing inside. Door opening test is conducted to determine how long the door can be kept opened without exceeding the limited temperature range. What is power failure test? Power failure test is also known as hold over time test. To determine how long the unit can hold the specified temperature range after the unit power is off without exceeding the limited temperature range. The frequency of the temperature mapping is a minimum of at least once a year. Additional temperature mapping may be required for changes such as change of temperature settings, changes made to the storage capacity, new equipment installed that may impact the temperature and relative humidity. Be rest assured once VEGA is on the field for your temperature mapping requirement. VEGA Calibrations. Experience you can trust.